listen to all these different reports about different things, and you just it's just part of what your responsibilities are. But so anyway, you know what? I think Pan Am's going to be great, and I think the part that people are missing out on is not just the sports events, but all the sort of the festivals and community stuff that's going to be going on all around the city. And I think people will really get into that once it's upon us, which is just a couple of weeks away.
Hey, listen, congrats to first mayor in many years to actually attend the flag raising ceremony for Pride Week. So congratulations! It was really cool.
Yesterday. It was good. There was a real spirit of kind of people celebrating, and I think Pride's all about that. I've been in the parade many times, and if you look at literally 1 million people who show up, I mean, there are people from every corner of the city, every walk of life, every political persuasion, you name it, and they're just having fun, and they're celebrating the fact that in Toronto you can be who you want to be, and so I think it's all good.
Well, listen, I'll let you go. I know you're busy being the mayor of the city of Toronto, John. Really appreciate it.
Are you guys advocating, by the way, I hope you are taking the elastic off of the bankroll to sort of boost especially the pitching arm capacity of the Toronto Blue Jays as we make a run for it?
Well, that'd be nice. Now, you know a lot of people in the organization, Rogers, that own the Toronto Blue Jays. Have you called anybody and say, hey, listen, it's the mayor. Can you guys get your alligator arms out and go get some starting pitching?
Well, I could do that, but I think actually, Dean, you have more influence on that with those people than me. So I think you should make those calls both on the air and privately, and then we'll probably have a couple of pitchers here in no time.
Do you think they should do something real quick?
Yes, I do. I think this is a year when we're well positioned, assuming things go along well between now and the All-Star break. Well positioned to sort of take a real shot at it. And if you're going to take a shot at it, you got to, we've got a good core there. They've proven that in the last couple of weeks, especially. But I think we've got to sort of, if you want to go the extra mile, then you got to have the horsepower to get you there.
John, I've always wondered. We know that Maple Leaf Square is the hub for whenever the Leafs do make the playoffs, and the Raptors. That's the spot to watch it. But if the Blue Jays make it to the playoffs, where's the city of Toronto going to watch this? Because I think Maple Leaf Square is a little awkward. John's condo, actually. Yeah, where would people gather and watch the game, John?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there is some space outside the Rogers Centre, but if that's not working out, I'm happy to volunteer Nathan Phillips Square. We can set up a giant screen here and have a party.
There you go. Good. You and Barb can make the hors d'oeuvres.
And drinks on you, Dean.
No problem. Hey, Bud, listen, great to talk to you. Thanks for your time.
Later. Bye-bye, guys.
John Tory, the mayor of the city of Toronto.
Square, there you go.
How cool is that guy? Right. And now I'm really worried what he said about the detail. You know what? Yeah, because I'll let you guys into a little secret, right? John Tory, the mayor of the city of Toronto, he's just on the phone with us talking about the Pan Am Games, and Georgie says, turn off your mic. Just turn off the mic. He goes, can I ask him about security? And I'm thinking, lame question. So you ask him about security. He's like, yeah, it's not going to be obtrusive, but it's got to be there, and I can't tell you anything else. Yeah. You're going, well, now what is it? Right? Now what do we do? I want to know something. I want to know. Right. I forgot to ask him about the gardener. Head on a swivel. Anyway. And there he is, saying, hey, Jays, go do something. If the mayor of the city of Toronto is saying it's time to do something, folks, it's time to do something. It's time to get some starting pitching. It's time to shore up that bullpen. Or did they do that yesterday with Roberto Osuna? He was throwing gas yesterday. Here he is. The runners go. The pitch. Swing on and miss. He struck him out. Ties him up inside with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And the Tampa Bay Rays leave the bases loaded. Roberto Osuna pitches out of it. Yeah, did he ever? And the Jays once again. Are you ever settled? Ever with any lead with those Toronto Blue Jays? I think that one makes it great too. It's so exciting watching Blue Jays baseball because it the old adage, you got to get 27 outs, Steven. Sometimes those 27 outs are hard to come by with this bullpen. But man, is it exciting! White knuckle, sweaty palms, pulse racing, and imagine this bullpen if this team's in a pennant race or playing the one-game playoff, and you're like, okay, we got a 2-run lead. Lock this down. We got to move on. Come on, Cecil. Do it for me, Loop. No, not Liam Hendricks. Oh, no. But you know what? I'll take Liam Hendricks over Cecil or Loop at this point. Come on. Dude, Cecil had a nightmare weekend. It was everything you never... No, it doesn't... No, it's not. When you're the closer, that's the idea. You close it. He gave up four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 runs in that 13-9 loss, which they came back from unbelievably in the 4th or 5th inning to score 7 runs, just to tie it, and then to go up 9-8, and he blew it. He almost blew it on Friday as well, had it not been for a ground ball out.
but I do. Like, does anybody want to see Brett Cecil in a close game ever again against the left? I'm okay with it. Really? Of course. Did you not watch his performance this weekend? You were at the game. Listen, that check swing on Nolan Animal, that could have been strike 3. Let me ask you something. Reyes and Kawasaki should have had. What about the last 3 times he's gone out and blown it? He's tipping his pitches, apparently, according to him. And there's the excuse, right? I think I'm tipping my pitches. No, you're having a hard time. You have no confidence. Go get it somewhere else. This isn't the place you build confidence. This is the place you come when you get it done. As Josh Donaldson says, my friend Josh, my pal, my man, my homie, he's like, this is the get it done league. Yeah. And that's what he's got to do. And you know who did that yesterday? Osuna. It's just not filthy. You think Casey Jansen sitting back and go, I told you, Blue Jay fans, you missed me.